Hi, my name is Chris, and today I want to talk about YouTube growth, how it can be tedious, and how I am standing in my own way all the time. Mainly, the inspiration to this topic and the reason why I'm making this video are different kinds of YouTubers that I have seen over the years have great success. The tricky thing, though, is that I constantly see them in their early stages. I see YouTubers that have a couple thousand, a couple hundred, maybe a couple 10,000 subscribers, and then it's like fast forward 2 years, they have 500,000, 300,000 and such things. And it is very easy to forget that 2 years ago they were in a different place. Maybe they were where I am right now. And to use that as motivation to see where one can go and where I may end up in a couple of years from now is quite mind-blowing. For sure, one of the biggest aspects of all of this is already seeing my own growth, because that may be something that is inspiring to someone else. I have my YouTube channel for about 3 years at this point, and it started very, very slow. It took forever for the first 100 subscribers. It's almost 100 videos until I hit 100 subscribers. And from there, it was very, very slow growth, even though it was happening. But most of that is actually due to myself making new videos or not making new videos. And that may not be all, because at the end of the day, I did make a lot of videos in certain times and my growth was still very slow. But the interesting thing is that now, at the early 2020, in January, February, there's something that shifted. And there's something that happened. One, probably because of the whole corona crisis and more people had time to watch YouTube videos, so my videos were watched as well more. One of my videos actually got a lot of views, and through that I gained a lot of subscribers, and that was the video about Ken Honda and the Happy Money book. And that really changed everything, because at that point it kind of pushed me over the 1,000 subscriber mark, which took 3 years to even reach at that point. And from there, however, all the way to now, I can already see a hugely different picture, because now from 1,000 subscribers at the end of February, I'm now at almost 1,500 subscribers just a few months later. And comparing all that to the time before the 1,000 mark, it's quite incredible, because the growth is just going up. And now I'm at a point where I practically gained the same amount of subscribers in half a year, or less than half a year, that I previously gained in over 1.5 years, or almost 2 years, until I hit the 500 subscriber mark. So that growth is really showing. But I'm still annoyed even at myself, and probably most at myself, because I don't blame others for not watching my videos. I don't blame YouTube for not promoting my content. But what I can blame is me for not sticking to somewhat of a schedule, to creating regularly. There are actually a couple of reasons behind all of this, and some of the most notable that I have noticed are do I really want to have multiple videos? Maybe I should pick a niche. Maybe I should separate my channel into multiple channels where I can upload podcast episodes, where I can upload tech tutorials, and then I have my personal channel for different kind of things. And all of those ideas are great, but they all do one major thing, and that is it keeps me from actually making content, because I haven't decided. Even though at some point I actually did decide not to separate out my channel into multiple different channels, because at least right now, this one channel has monetization, and it's much more beneficial to me and my community of people, because I can reach a certain amount of people when uploading to this channel. And that in itself is a growth factor. That is a helpful factor. And at the end of the day, I made the decision that this channel is my channel and I'm going to upload what I desire. And if there is something that warrants, if there is some part of my channel that is extremely successful, and maybe that's a topic that I want to expand on, maybe then it makes sense to separate it out into a different kind of channel. Or if the subscribers are annoyed at certain things. This far, I haven't encountered that. Other reasons why I am holding myself back is the question of who does even care. But I have even talked about this topic numerous times with the whole topic of there's always new people, and there will be people that are interested in what you have to share, what I have to share. And it doesn't really matter if that's a tech tutorial, because the right people will find that video. And if someone doesn't like it, maybe they just don't watch it. Maybe they find something else valuable on my channel, and that's a different version of that I can try to manifest. Again, looking at people that I have seen from a couple of years ago now having huge success, that can be a motivation, but it can also stop me in my tracks. And I try to use it as motivation. Now I'm in my new space here in this new apartment, and I will make a video about the process of moving in here, but that was a whole different story. For now, you probably still hear that it is kind of hollow and echoey in here. That is mostly because I don't have much on the walls. I do plan on having some kind of soundproofing, maybe even on the ceiling and on the walls, to dampen that a little bit. And more videos, especially the ones on my computer, I'm probably going to make with my other podcasting equipment, which also deals with this type of room a little better, at least for the time being. Those aspects, why do I tell them? Because I also get bogged down by having to have the perfect setup. And all things considered, I do have an amazing setup. I have a great camera in the EOS R. I have 2 incredible lenses that are really, really cool and helpful. I have the microphone setup. I have the computer setup, which is right there. So right there, I have my computer setup, which is a huge monitor, a MacBook Pro from a couple years ago, and a standing desk. So all of those things are incredibly helpful, and that really helps me make this type of content, unless I get myself to not make it. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to find a rhythm, find the seriousness in all of this, and actually just simply do it, because I'm fed up by myself not doing it. Now I wonder, do you have any of those experiences where you stand in your own way? How do you deal with that? How have you dealt with this in the past? And maybe what are you struggling with right now? Or maybe share that in the comment section down below. Maybe we can have a conversation about that and be helpful to each other in that regard. Because I think at the end of the day, we would all grow a hell of a lot if we started to make what we truly desire without having all those fears stand in the way that at least I can find in myself to not publish something like this that I am recording right now. As I mentioned, the hollowness of the room, the echoiness, if it is even a problem, because I haven't even heard it here now. The whole question of what types of topics are interesting, if they are interesting, if they're not interesting. I just have to make them, because I truly have seen other YouTubers make the same claims, have the same feelings, and then a couple 100,000 subscribers later, they notice, wow, there are actually people that do care. And even though it felt stupid in the beginning, it's not so stupid anymore. So having all that, I hope you feel motivated to crush this day, make something happen. As I am right now, I am fired up. I want to do something. I want to work. I do want to make this. So go out there, have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.